across to the last exit, there's a marker post marked 18.
This here. Thank you. Friendship. Hello.
For 1 week in August, Toronto's Harbourfront plays host to Molson WOMAD, a world of music, arts, and dance. The stages and open spaces of the downtown waterfront site are transformed with the sights and sounds of a pulsating communal world beat. The Molson WOMAD Festival 89 at Harbourfront represented a gathering of many diverse cultures. Devotional Qawwali singing from Pakistan, Tanzanian pop music, spectacular East Indian pageantry, ancient Chinese narrative folk dancing, and native North American performers ranging from a New Orleans Mardi Gras Indian tribe to traditional ceremonial drummers to a contemporary New York City vocal group. In fact, over 300 performers took part, making this one of the most extensive world music festivals ever staged.
We've come here, I think, with 11 groups of artists, 73 bodies in total representing 11 countries, I think. But I think that in all, when the program is augmented by all of the Canadian, American and other international artists, I think it's up to about 21 countries in total.
In addition to our extensive staff here at Harbourfront, we have over 120 community volunteers, organizers, translators, and drivers. It's a very demanding festival. A lot of people to spend a lot of time putting this thing together.
You meet so many other different artists and people from all over the world, different musicians, and you can get to see different countries, and it's like one big happy family, really. It's great fun. It has its ups and downs, and I think basically the WOMAD team have to put up with a lot of different people and their different problems, and they're catering for all their needs, like food requirements, and like if I'm Muslim, I can't eat pork, and certain people can't eat certain food, like vegetarians, or that's just a little problem. But visas and arranging PA and making sure your stage setup is okay. They've got a lot of things on their plate, and a lot of things to handle as well. But I think overall they're very, very good, and it's great fun.
The WOMAD organization was established in England in 1982 by Peter Gabriel and a group of alternative music journalists led by Thomas Broman.
So he rang up saying, I've been listening to African percussion mainly. I would really like to play a concert with a group from Africa. Would you like to help me organize it? And we were really flattered and really excited by the suggestion and said, yeah, absolutely, we'd love to be involved, and just started to meet. And just from that initial, quite simple suggestion, within about 4 months we'd developed a festival idea, an international festival idea with an educational side and records attached. You know, it was like one of those ideas that seemed to grow very, very quickly, almost spontaneously, by its own volition, if you like.
We felt strongly that a World Music Festival being staged in North America really should reflect native North American music and culture. Since Harbourfront produces a large portion of the festival, we set out to find native performers deserving of wider recognition. We brought in the old agency drummers from Alberta for the opening ceremonies, Seventh Fire, a political musical group from Ottawa, the Joaquin Brothers from Arizona, the Golden Eagles, a Mardi Gras performing group from New Orleans, and Pura Fé, a vocal group out of New York City.
We blame each other for the bruises we made. A hunger for clarity screams from our eyes. We cry for vengeance as a river rolls thunder. We, as warriors, will
I think it's also very, very appropriate for WOMAD that there's such a lot of educational activity happens on site with the summer camps during the day, because that's a whole activity that we can just plug easily into. And I think it enriches WOMAD, and hopefully WOMAD enriches the summer camps.
Ron O'Keefe of Molson Breweries discusses why Molson chose to become the major sponsor for the festival.
Molson W.O.M.A.D Festival is something that we wanted to be associated with. A world-class venue, world-class festival, combine the two together, they're perfect.
you gotta get a drink. Don't forget, hey, Jose, you are here. Hey, Jose, yeah. Why you go where to low? Hey, hey, why you go where to low? You start the song with the movement right away.
One of the most exciting aspects of the festival is the audience. The Molson W.O.M.A.D Festival manages to blur the line between spectators and performers. The audience becomes an integral part of each performance. People can participate in workshops offered in percussion, voice, and dance. Audience members are often invited on stage to take part in performances. Sometimes they just join in spontaneously. This sense of sharing and acceptance goes a long way towards creating the true festival atmosphere that is W.O.M.A.D.
I also like the diversity that the site allows for, so that last night one could run from the ship deck stage, check out the Brigantine Room, see Remy Gala, then pop into the Water's Edge Cafe and have a look at Furu, all of which I was doing within an hour. And I just love that. The sense of like exploring the place, I think, is good.
Where do you wanna go? I said your combination.
For the Toronto Molson W.O.M.A.D Festival, Harbourfront does a lot more than provide space. We work closely with the Toronto community to produce workshops, bring in art gallery exhibits, and help shopkeepers and community groups set up booths and restaurants on site. We also bring in over half the performers from here in North America. The Molson W.O.M.A.D Festival really is a co-production in the true sense of the word. Harbourfront, the W.O.M.A.D Foundation, and numerous local community groups all work together to create a unique festival of cultural sharing, music, and magic.
And so it's a constant battle between them and the king's trying to get rid of the son through various means of torture, which includes snake charmers and these sort of things, which are quite easy to follow. And then the problem is solved by the appearance of the gods, so it's really quite a common dramatic plot.
The Prahalad Natak is a spectacular rural dance drama comprised of 6 dancers and 3 musicians. The Sabri brothers are Pakistan's premier Qawwali ensemble. Qawwali is devotional music intended to bring both performer and listener closer to God, Mohammed, and the great Sufi saints.
आपका मैसेज क्या है पब्लिक के लिए जब आप पब्लिक में परफॉर्मेंस करते हैं?
Message of God. Matches of.
उर्दू में बताइए।
अच्छा, उर्दू में क्या मैसेज करते हैं?
For me, he's like my father. He sent me where I want to go. Now I'm here in Toronto. You don't know me. You know me because the WOMAD they bring me here.
The Molson W.O.M.A.D festival is much more than a festival of world music. It goes beyond just being a showcase for various international music styles. Like the city that hosts it, the festival is a celebration of the sharing and mixing of many cultures, a small but important example of harmony on a global scale.
This is your Matimina from another planet, East Africa, Tanzania.